Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupak Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So please repeat after me. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet. Translation. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very means of conquest, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan and unto Narayan Rishi, Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. I repeat again. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances, pranams, unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva. Now there is one word. Okay, we'll read some explanation also before I start. All the Vedic literatures and the Puranas are meant for conquering the darkest region of material existence. The living being is in the state of forgetfulness of his relation with God due to his being overtly attracted to material sense gratification from the time immemorial. Somehow your query is being answered automatically here. His struggle for existence in the material world is perpetual, and it is not possible for him to get out of it by making plans. If he at all wants to conquer this perpetual struggle for existence, he must re-establish his eternal relation with the Lord. And one who wants to adopt such remedial measures must take shelter of literatures such as Vedas and the Puranas. Foolish people say that the Puranas have no connection with the Vedas. However, the Puranas are supplementary explanations of the Vedas intended for different types of men. All men are not equal. There are men who are in the mode of goodness. There are men who are in the mode of passion, and others are in the mode of ignorance, that is tamoguna. The Puranas are so divided that any class of men can take advantage of them and gradually regain their lost position and get out of the hard struggle for existence. Suta Goswami, the speaker of Bhagavatam, shows the way of chanting the Puranas. This may be followed by persons who aspire to be preachers of the Vedic literatures and the Puranas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless Purana, and it is especially meant for those who desire to get out of the material entanglement permanently. Om, thank you very much. There is one word called Jayam. Tato Jayam Udirayet. So Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Srimad Bhagavatam. These are scriptures which can give you Jai, that is victory. So that is why whether we speak on Bhagavatam or Ramayana or Mahabharata, this mantra has to be chanted. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Because these scriptures give you victory over material existence. These scriptures help you to transcend the material realm to enter into spiritual realm. So that is why when we attempt or desire to do this, we are offering prayers to first Lord Narayan, Supreme Lord, who has taken birth along with his expansion as Nar Narayan Rishi. What we call Narayan is actually Badri Narayan. Lord Badri Narayan is that Narayan. When the Lord desires to perform tapasya, he comes as Nar Narayan. When the Lord desires to eat, he comes as Lord Jagannath. When the Lord desires to do administration, he comes as Dwarkadish. When the Lord wants to sleep, he becomes Ranganath. And when the Lord wants to play and perform loving pastimes, then he comes as Sri Gopal in Vrindavan Dham and does his loving pastimes. So we offer pranams to him, and we offer pranams to Saraswati. Very, very important, because she is empowered by the Lord to give you and me knowledge. It's like agency, it's the authority of knowledge. Knowledge is with the Lord, but the authority of distribution of knowledge is given to Saraswati, and through her mercy, we learn. And that's why we offer pranams to her. Then we offer pranams to Veda Vyas. Why is that? Because in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga, everybody was Shrutidhar. You all know the meaning of Shrutidhar? Shrutidhar means you hear and you remember. That's all. Shruti, जो श्रुति को धारण करते हैं, वो श्रुतिधर है. There is no need of books or literature, you know. So everybody by default in other three yugas are Shrutidharas. They just listen and remember. But at the beginning of Kali Yuga, the Lord also realized that, of course he knows everything, that in Kali Yuga is not going to be that way. I speak to you and you forget. You speak to me, I also forget. So if you want to remember everything, then we should have some in writing. So we can refer again and again, back to back. Why there are books? So that we can revise. We can keep revising. So that's why Veda Vyas appeared. Veda Vyas is the Jnana incarnation of the Lord. There are 6 opulences of the Lord, 6 Aishwaryas. Parashar Muni wrote Parashar Samhita. In that he gave definition of Bhagavan. What is Bhagavan? What is Bhaga? One means one who possesses, and Bhaga means opulences. So what are the opulences? So one of the 6 opulences of the Lord is Jnana, unlimited knowledge. That aspect of the Lord, that aspect of Lord's 6 Aishwaryas, one Aishwarya of Gyan, incarnated as Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva is knowledge personified of the Lord. And he came down on a specific mission to write everything down in an understanding way. I mean, in a you can learn it. It becomes easy for you to learn. So he took birth as son of Parashar Muni and Satyavati. And then instantly he was Siddha Avatar. He took birth and he became 16-year-old immediately on the birth only. That's why it's called Siddha Avatar. On birth, he became straight 16-year-old. No childhood, no breastfeeding, no crawling, no learning to talk, nothing. Straight 16-year-old boy. He offered pranams to his mother and father and went to Badrika Ashram. And there Narad Muni blessed him and instructed him to write everything down. Then he called for Ganesha, and Lord Ganesha was told that I will speak and you write. So that way, all the knowledge which is supposed to be known by you and me and learned by you and me was transferred. This is a process that he spoke, and Ganeshji wrote it down. So first there was one Veda which he made into 4 Vedas and wrote down. Then he wrote commentary by writing 108 Upanishads, commentary on Vedas. And then he wrote Puranas. Then he wrote history. Mahabharata is a history. And then after doing all these things also, he was not happy or satisfied. So he went to the bank of Saraswati. He did prayers, like query us then, why I am not satisfied? Why should you get satisfied? Because when you follow the order of Guru Agya, when you follow, there is a natural fulfillment comes in you. natural satisfaction comes in you, natural bliss comes in you. He was not getting that. So he was wondering what happened. What was the deficiency that I am having? So Narad Muni appeared, his Guru Maharaj, and so blessed him that you have written everything, but you have not praised the Supreme Lord. You have not done Gaurav, glorification of the Supreme Lord, in the form of his pastimes. You have done Lord's glorification in one sense of all the his glories. I mean, in the his potencies, his powers, his creation, lokas and srishti, Daivi srishti, Bhautik srishti. But you haven't glorified him, his leelas, his personality. So go and write down. So he went back happily and he wrote Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the connection of our verse today. What he wrote after that discussion was Srimad Bhagavatam. So if Vedas is considered to be a tree, and there are many branches and there are so many things are there, but the essence of the tree is always in the fruit. You don't eat mango leaves. You don't eat mango branches. What you eat is mango fruit. Why? Because the essence of the tree is collected in a palatable way in the fruit. And when it becomes ripe, it becomes the best of experience. So Srimad Bhagavatam is a ripened fruit of the tree of Vedas. It consists two main things, Bhakta Charitra and Bhagavad Charitra. And the way to approach Bhagavad Charitra is through Bhagavad Bhakta Charitra. Without learning the Charitra of devotees, for example, like Prahlad, Dhruva, Kunti, Bhishmadev, we cannot even understand what is the Charitra of the Lord. That's why Veda Vyasji wrote Srimad Bhagavatam in such a way that till you approach Krishna Charitra, you are going through all the Charitras. All Charitras are in the beginning. You get the glimpse how to approach the Lord's Charitra. When you study Charitra of Bhakta, devotees, then 10th canto is Krishna Charitra, 89 chapters. And then you can understand it rightly, correctly, without challenge, without false ego, without mithya ahankar. And that is why we have to offer pranams to Vyasadev. And further if you go, we also offer pranams to Shukdev, because Vyasadev wrote and Shukdev spoke. And because Shukdev spoke, it is available to whole world. Not only for Parikshit. In the name of Parikshit, he spoke for the welfare of the whole world. So let us offer pranams by folded hands to Bhagavan Narayan. Offer by folding hands to Lord Narayan, then to Nar Narayan Rishi, because we are sitting in the kshetra of Badri Narayan. The only dham upstairs is Badri Narayan. Okay. So we are sitting in the kshetra, offer to Badri Narayan ji, Nara Rishi also, then offer pranams to Saraswati Devi, then offer grateful pranams to Vyasadev, and then to Sukadev. And then we proceed further to one verse out of 18,000 verses. We'll just touch one verse today. Okay. The verse is 1.2.6. You can repeat after me. Savai pumsam paro dharmo. Loudly. Savai pumsam paro dharmo. Yatho bhaktir adhokshaje. Ahaituki apratihata. Yayatma suprasidati. Translation. The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. I repeat again. The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain the loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be performed in an unmotivated and uninterrupted manner to completely satisfy oneself. So there are two parts. One is about dharma and one is about how to do it, right? So in this statement, Sri Suta Goswami answers the first question of the sages of Naimisharanya. The sages asked him to summarize the whole range of revealed scriptures and present the most essential part to that, so that fallen people in the material world will be delivered. The Vedas prescribe two different types of occupation for human being. One is called Pravrutti Marga, one is called Nivrutti Marga. Pravrutti Marga is path of sense gratification, Kama. And Nivrutti Marga is path of renunciation. And beyond that is path of Bhakti. Path of Pravrutti is inferior, above is Nivrutti, and above Nivrutti is Bhakti. Okay? So we are not going to get stuck at the path of renunciation. Renunciation is just means by which you give up other things and focus on the Lord. Okay, so the long explanation. What I would like to briefly say is that why we are here, that is explained here. Why we are here as human beings. We are here as human beings to perform supreme occupation of our life. The definition of dharma is the supreme occupation of human life is called dharma. The constitutional position, the swarupa of ourself. And what are the activities of the swarupa? When you realize the swarupa is dharma. Dharma is not just scripture or instructions. Dharma is the natural expression of the soul. The natural, when the soul becomes purest, how does the soul behave? The natural expression of the soul is dharma actually. But now we are not in natural position. We are covered by body and the atmosphere and the passion. So that natural expression is not there. That's why it is taught from outside to get you back on the swarupa. Swarupena avastitaha. Finally, we have to become situated in our constitutional position. And that position is Jivera Swarupa Hoy Nityera Krishna Das. What is the Swarup? We are constantly, never we fail to be. We are constantly the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. There is no other qualification. I may be doctor, you may be engineer, you may be finance, you may be anything. These are not our real constitutional position. That is just a convenience to earn livelihood or to be in the world, to provide the body with necessities. So that's our convenience. I have become doctor, you have become engineer. वो सब पेट भरने का तरीका है और कुछ नहीं. But the real nature of yours is जीवेर स्वरूप होय कृष्णेर नित्य दास. And we have to come on that platform. Once you come on that platform, then you have to learn to act on that platform. And when you do that activity, that is called dharma. So now dharma is coming from outside to you. But one day dharma will spring from within. Your life itself will become dharma. That is why Yudhishthira Maharaj was called dharma. Because you didn't have to study dharma. You just see him and see what he is doing. That is dharma. How wonderful it is if everybody of us come on that platform, that whatever you do becomes the scripture, or whatever you do matches with the scriptural instructions. So goal of our sadhana, goal of our bhakti, goal of our services, whatever we do. So what is mentioned here? Savai pumsam paro dharmo. As a human being, finally whatever we do, it has to be dharma. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavad pranitam, because dharma is ordained by the Lord. And when you match up with that, your life is perfect. Perfected, fulfilled. And how to perform that activity? The activity of service to the Lord. How to perform that? Finally, ahaituki and apratihata. Generally, whatever we do has some motivation. I do this, I expect some fruit. Something has to be there. If not money, if not some provision, some at least acknowledgement has to be there. Sir, thank you. You did such a wonderful work. That also is there. I want that, Nobody appreciated me. Today I cooked full meal for 20 people and nobody said it was tasty. At least one person should say, sir, acha banaya aapne khana bahut. So all our activities are tinged with that desire for fruit. And here it is mentioned ahaituki. That means you just do seva without any desire for fruit, not even appreciation, not even acknowledgement from juniors or seniors or equals. You just do seva in the most ahaituki way, unmotivated way. And then when you, it's a journey, of course, from desire to have some other acknowledgement to a stage of no desire to acknowledgement. It's a long journey. After that journey you cover, then you have to see that such service, ahaituki service, should be uninterrupted. Because then sometimes you do, sometimes you don't do. So we have to now learn after that stage of ahaituki to do it in an uninterrupted manner. And it's very wonderful. There is so much joy in that. Once you do for little time ahaituki seva, you feel so joyful. The joy itself is a motivation for you to do it uninterruptedly. And when this ahaituki and uninterrupted comes in your life, everything is fulfilled. There is nothing more to be achieved. Because the Lord is there, right there in your service. He comes and gives you association. He comes and gives you satsang. He is with you. He is within you, but he will make you feel that he is within you. See, he is within everybody, but all of us are not realizing all the time. But then Lord will make you realize that I am there. By the dint of the ahaituki apratyatyaha seva, the Lord will reveal himself to us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dharmaha svanushtitaha pumsam vishwaksena kathasva na utpada etahi ratim sama evahi kevalam. Now another way of looking at the same story is, everybody is working hard. You are doing your occupation, I am doing my occupation, everybody is doing whatever they can. If your occupation does not develop attraction for the Lord, shrama evahi kevalam, is simply a wasted labor. That means you may be a pathologist, I may be whatever, you may be whoever you are, whatever you are doing. Finally, you may be a mother to 3 kids. Finally, whatever you do has to come down to development of attraction for the Lord. If that is not there, it's all waste of labor, waste of time, waste of human life also. So how do you develop that? That means, first of all, you have to learn that all my work in this life is meant to please the Lord. Sam siddhir haritoshanam. If you don't know that, then it will never become attraction to the Lord, or you becoming the attracting point to the Lord. That's why everything ultimately gol ghum ke aata hai satsang mein. Because in satsang you learn that you need to develop love for the Lord through your work only. You have to do work in such a way, being mother or being a professional or being whatever you are, in such a way that your work has to lead you to attraction of the Lord. Dharmaha swa anushtitaha pumsam. Swa anushtita means your own. Pumsa means human beings. Vishwaksena katha soya. What is the meaning of attraction to Lord? Lord's katha, Lord's personality, Lord's qualities, Lord's guna, Lord's dham. All are Lord. Okay, these are all facets of the Lord. Any one of these you need to get attracted. One or all. Provided you know that you need to get attracted. And provided you know how to get attracted. Provided you know how to do your work. So please, we all have to meditate on this fact that all my work, beyond my chanting, japa, meditation, what I do, all the work that I do, that also has to be to please the Lord. Which means automatically you give up sinful activities. Once you do work to please the Lord, you can't do sinful activities, but they don't please the Lord. That is why the life of a devotee is very pure. He chants the holy name of the Lord and he does work for the Lord only. So automatically he is prevented from doing sinful activities. And we don't want to make our life into a waste of labor. Shrama evahi kevalam nahi karna hai humko. We have been blessed with the association of pure devotees. We have been blessed with Srimad Bhagavatam. So our attempt should be to work for the Lord. Ahaituki Apratiyata. Without motivation and without interruption. Don't even desire liberation. Don't even desire becoming one with the Lord. Don't even desire to be on the planet of the Lord. Don't even desire to go with the Lord in this Golok Vrindavan, wherever the Lord resides. Don't desire anything. Leave it to Him. Just serve Him. He will place you where you are best placed. Where you need to be best placed. He will choose. You don't say, I want this, I want that, I want that. Leave it to Him. Because who can know better than the Lord? Who can know better than the mother for the child? Tell me. More than the child knows the welfare, mother knows what is child's welfare. So like that, more than we know our welfare, the Lord knows what is best welfare for us. So when we humbly surrender and continue our seva in an unmotivated way, without interruption, Lord will place you. Lord will place you in a perfect way, which will fulfill your existence and your connection with the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thus ends our short saman, short discussion. If there is any question, you can still ask. Yes. You're speaking for me also. So her question is like this: when we are chanting and we are doing our seva, sometimes we get very involved and bhav comes, and sometimes it doesn't come. So question is why or what? What to do? What to do? This is called a sadhaka stage. There are many stages in bhakti. One is sadhana. Sadhana bhakti is divided into two parts: Vaidhi bhakti and Raganuga bhakti. Vaidhi with vidhis, vidhi purvak, and one is Raganuga, spontaneous. That is sadhana bhakti. Sadhana is Vaidhi and Raganuga. Then comes bhav bhakti, and then comes prema bhakti. So the first stage is sadhana bhakti, and who does sadhana is called sadhaka. So sadhaka means ups and downs. In simple definition, someday 4 o'clock you jump and you say, Lord, where are you? Hare Krishna. And someday why it is like, why alarm is ringing? I want to sleep till 8 o'clock. Someday you want to eat prasad all the time, and someday you say, why not go to restaurant and eat something? Someday you say, oh, this world is so mithya. Why should I live in this world anymore? I should just quit. And someday you say, why am I a devotee? Why should I become a devotee? Why is this Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Life is so beautiful, Wife, husband, children, family, business, so nice. This is all the symptoms of a sadhaka. Someday Japa becomes so wonderful that you want to just go on doing Japa only. And someday, after one mala, you want to throw the mala away. Why this has come in my life? This is sadhaka. So what does sadhaka should do? Sadhaka should not get discouraged with these ups and downs. Sadhaka should maintain good association. Good, inspiring satsanga should be maintained by sadhaka regularly, in a regulated way, and continue the efforts, not give up the efforts. See, how does one achieve any success in life? By doing persistent effort. And don't be surprised when you lose your taste. आज तो मजा ही नहीं आ रहा है कुछ जप में. Don't give up. You know that this is the part of the game. When you know it, you don't get discouraged. But you think, oh, I'm chanting Hare Krishna, Mahamantra, Japa, meditation for last 5 years. Still no ashru is coming from my eyes. Why is that? I'm supposed to get ashru, prema ashru. They're not going to come. But you should know that they're not going to come. Then you don't get discouraged. Continue. Keep the company of inspiring devotees. Keep reading the instruction of scriptures. Keep chanting the holy name. Keep following the 4 principles of regulation. And you will see gradually you will progress into Raga Nuga. Raga Nuga means what? Before, you have to be thrown water on your face to get up in the morning. Then you jump from the bed at 3:30. You are waiting to get up in the Brahma Muhurta and chant and do the Japa meditation. So what is effortful and strenuous becomes spontaneous. That is Raganuga. And in that, then the taste comes. Before that, the taste is not there. You are just doing a regulation. With faith, that taste will come. And one day, by the dint of your sincerity and efforts, the taste will come. And you will thank the Lord. Worth the effort. Okay, does that satisfy you? You had a question?
So how to achieve that? What are the ways to achieve that desireless state?
Well, path of bhakti is not aiming for a desireless stage. First thing you should understand. Desirelessness is desirelessness for material sense gratification. But when you become free from material desires, that's not the end. That's not the goal. Desire will be always there. And now you have to convert the desire to serve the Lord. You will be never in a stage of freedom from desires. The mind that you have is by nature with three things: thinking, feeling, and desiring. Nature of the mind. You cannot change the nature of the mind. What you can change is the topic of thinking you can change, topic of feeling you can change, and topic of desiring you can change. But desiring will be always there. You cannot just become zero desire. That's a imaginary situation. It can never happen. You will keep desiring, but now you want to keep desiring for the Lord. How to serve Him, how to attain Him, how to meet Him, how to serve Him, how to serve His devotees, how to please Him. So please do not aim for desireless condition. You will not be. You have to aim for desiring for the Lord. What is the difference between us and the saintly people? The saintly people are thinking, feeling, and willing, desiring only for the Lord only, all the time. Ahai tuki apratihata. And for that, अभी आप सुनिए, आपका आंसर दे रहा हूं. There is a ladder. आदौ श्रद्धा, तथा साधु संग, तथा भजन क्रिया, तथा अनर्थ निवृत्ति, तथा निष्ठा, तथा रुचि, तथा आसक्ति, तथा भाव, तथा प्रेम. The 9-step ladder is there. You begin with Shraddha. And Shraddha is komal, it can be broken by something. But then you do bhajana, then you do with Shraddha, Satsanga, Sadhu Sangha. In that you learn to do bhajana kriya, how to perform bhakti, how to do sadhana. And with all these things, when you do bhajana kriya, what happens to you? Anartha nivrutti. All the unwanted, undesirable contaminations within are washed off. And when they are getting washed off, what happens? The Shraddha becomes Nishtha, then becomes unshakable. Nobody can come and brainwash you. They may say anything, but your Shraddha will not be disturbed. When Shraddha converts into Nishtha, then the Ruchi comes. The taste for all Nama, Sadhana, scripture reading, Seva, Guru Seva, all this comes. Taste comes when Nishtha develops. When Nishtha converts into Ruchi, then that Ruchi, when you do activity with Ruchi, something we do with real taste, that gives you Asakti. To what? To the Lord, not to the world. And Asakti, when it comes, when you are Asakta with the Lord, then Bhav comes. Now, when Bhav matures, then Prem for the Lord comes. So this is a ladder. And you have to be very sincerely following the ladder. Wherever you may get stuck, but you should remain there. You should not give up and go away. अरे अभी इतना मेहनत किया, अभी तक इधर ही हूं मैं, फर्स्ट स्टेप पे हूं. You don't do that. Continue. It may take lifetimes, but you do not give up. Lord is very impressed when you are चिकाटी, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, tenacious. You are completely, छोड़ेगा नहीं वो कभी भी. When Lord is very happy, then He will bestow His mercy upon you and make you successful. Any other question? I was answering your question, sir, all the while. Don't worry, it's all recorded. I'll give you. Any other question? Yes. No problem. No, no, no. Pumsam doesn't mean men or male. Pumsam is everybody who is in the human body is Pumsam. Okay. I mean, all the scriptural slokas are addressing men, men, men. Doesn't mean women are not included. I mean, it's not that way. The idea is that those who have been bestowed upon with human life are the Pumsam. And for them, the dharma is defined as ahaituki apratiyata. So, dharmena hina pashuhi samana. King Rishabdev tells his 100 sons that what is the difference between us and the animals? When you have dharma, you become human. And you become human and you don't have dharma is equal to animal. That means human beings minus dharma is equal to animal or any other species. So dharmena hina pashuhi samana. Very beautiful instructions of Rishabdev. So all of us, should understand that I am a human being. I cannot waste this moment of any single moment of human life without being with dharma. Because if I choose 10 moments without dharma, I am an animal for those 10 moments. And I choose to be with dharma for one moment, that one moment I am a human being. And I want to be human being for all throughout my life. It all means you are aware of your being. So now we will go and attend the Aarti. Vasuki Nag. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.